In the early 20th century, America was on the brink of transformation. A man named Woodrow Wilson rose to power, shaping the nation's future with his progressive policies and leadership during World War I. But who was this man? What made him one of the most influential yet controversial presidents in American history? Let's find out. Born in 1856 in Staunton, Virginia, Thomas Woodrow Wilson grew up in the shadow of the Civil War. His father, a Presbyterian minister, played a crucial role in shaping his beliefs. Wilson struggled with reading and writing in his early years, but he overcame these challenges and pursued higher education at Princeton University. Later, he earned a law degree and a PhD in political science, making him the only U.S. president to hold a doctorate. Wilson's passion for education led him to become the president of Princeton University. There, he gained a reputation for pushing progressive reforms. But academia wasn't enough. In 1910, he entered politics, becoming the governor of New Jersey. His success as a reformer caught the attention of the Democratic Party, and by 1912, he was running for the highest office in the land. Wilson's presidency began with sweeping changes. His domestic policies focused on breaking up monopolies, strengthening labor rights, and reforming the banking system. The Federal Reserve Act of 1913, which created the modern banking system, remains one of his most significant achievements. He also introduced the Federal Trade Commission to regulate businesses and pushed for an 8-hour workday. But just as Wilson was transforming America, the world was about to plunge into chaos. In 1914, World War I erupted in Europe. At first, Wilson kept the U.S. neutral, but by 1917, German aggression forced his hand. Declaring war, he led the country into the conflict with the promise of making the world safe for democracy. After the war, Wilson championed the League of Nations, a global peacekeeping organization. He believed it would prevent future wars. But back home, his vision faced fierce opposition. The U.S. Senate rejected the League, and Wilson's dream of global unity crumbled. In 1919, Wilson suffered a debilitating stroke, leaving him partially paralyzed. His wife, Edith Wilson, took on an unprecedented role, managing his affairs behind the scenes. He left office in 1921, and 2 years later, he passed away. Despite his achievements, Wilson's legacy is complex. His progressive reforms shaped modern America, but his racial policies and handling of civil rights remain controversial. Woodrow Wilson was a leader of contradictions, a visionary reformer, a wartime president, and a man whose ideals shaped the world but left behind a complicated legacy. His impact is still felt today. What do you think? Was Wilson a hero or a flawed leader? Let us know in the comments.